Yo, hey guys, alright, so I'm back, and this time with another Let's Play. But this one's not like the others, it's a cold love story, which is by Scary Story Time with Liam, which I will put a link to his channel and this game in the description below. He's a really cool guy, he's got a really nice channel, he's got a lot of original content, which relates to creepypastas and original stories, and things like that, so you should really check it out. Alright, so let's go ahead and give this game a start. I sent the text to my friend Max. Dude, you at school? Sent. Game start. Alright. A cold love story. The boss was already 20 minutes late. It was late November, and it was cold. So damn cold. My eyes burned against the outside air, and each intake of breath was like swallowing razor blades. Everything was dim, tinted a dull blue, and all was eerily still, seemingly frozen in time. Mercury in the thermometers had settled to the bottom, stagnant and crystalline. I could see my breath as it shimmered against the thin air, warping and climbing upward, in despair before vanishing. Even the trees, long dead, with crooked, empty limbs, appeared to be shaking against the cold. Frost and ice glinted sharply in the faded sunlight, clinging on and threatening to overtake the trees. The occasional glimmer of sunlight seemed so distant, its hazy blue glow so utterly small and insignificant against the frozen vastness. The crunch of snow could be heard as I walked, a crisp, sharp sound cutting through what was otherwise dead silence. I stopped for a moment. It seemed as if I was the only one in this world. A world of cold, of stillness, of nothingness. Neither the heat of a friend nor the joy of their company existed here. I was taking a note of all this with my eyes. I was taking a note of all this with my eyes closed, so as... Oh, okay, I think this was meant to be too. So as to keep them from freezing. When I began to hear the crunching of snow. Huh? Sarah. Strange for her to be late. I always met her at the bus stop, or at least had been for the past week or so. I was glad of it too. I used to hang out with my good friend Jenna, but she hadn't been showing up for the past week. And now, it was just Sarah to keep me company. She was absolutely beautiful, sweet, and funny too. But for some reason, I never really saw her with any friends. I suppose this was because she had just moved here to Colorado. That, and because all the guys I knew were too afraid to even talk to her. I guess that's why she was stuck with me all the time. In fact, she actually seemed extremely lonely. Interesting. Oh shit! I'm just staring at her. Let's see, so we can either wave awkwardly and say hello, or just look away and wait for her to reach you. let's at least introduce ourselves here. Hey, let's not introduce, but like say hi. Hey! Hi, John. So, weather, right? Good one, John. It's good to see you, John. Good to see you. Whoa! Wait, what? Sarah, you're just wearing a t-shirt and short shorts? Is she insane? Yeah, let's see, didn't you say it was a 20-minute walk from your house to this bus stop? Did you not have time to grab a coat? Offer your coat, let's be a gentleman! Yeah! Woo! gentlemen, points. Let's do it. Even though I'm not so sure, since this game apparently has horror qualities from what I heard. I don't know if it should be a gentleman, but we'll go ahead and do the gentleman route anyways. You're crazy. Please, take this. You're too sweet. Thank you. Sure. Happy to help. Sarah, but what has gotten into you? The bus is already really late. It might not be coming at all. You had plenty of time to get a coat. No, I wanted to use your coat. So that's what she was planning on me doing this. I have no idea what to say to that. She's never acted like this before. Why is she being so weird all of a sudden? Sarah. Let's see. Ask her why she's acting different. Ask why she wanted your coat. Just smile and nod. It's like, we'll just play it off for now. We'll just play it off. Oh, I'm terrible doing girl giggles. That creeped me out. Jeez. Aw. Won't you be cold now? Her hand forcefully grabbed mine. I won't be cold when I'm with you, my dear. Oh, wow, that was terrible. My mouth moved. But words were nowhere to be found. It's okay. I'll just freeze to death. Oh my gosh, that sounds just like his writing. Oh my goodness. No! Did you see her eyes? Oh my goodness, his eyes! She began taking off my coat in horror, meaning to give it back. Wait. I cried in panic. I was joking. I grabbed her arms to try and stop her. The instant my hands closed around her, her face flushed bright red. And she blushed. Blushed. She stopped in her tracks. Whoa. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Hi. That's a nice smile you have there. Okay. It's your fault I'm not popular, if anyone gets that reference. Her face kind of looks like the character in that. Sarah? I let go of her instantly. Her sudden grin was so horrific and out of place I felt my skin blister with ice. It crawled across her face like a disease eating away at her flesh and peeling back cold lips. Where the hell had this come from? It was incredibly disturbing, so much so that I began to sweat despite the cold. I had to do something, anything, to get rid of this ghastly expression. Comment about the weather. Ask if she's excited for school. Demand that she stop. It's like, stop this! What are you doing? You know, let's be like, hey, are you excited for school? Nice weather we're having. Let's go with this one. So, ready for school? School? She questioned straight-faced, eyes returning to focus. We don't have school today, silly. Wait, then what are we waiting for the bus for? It's a snow day because of the incoming storm. What? Seriously? God dang it. I didn't get an email or anything. That's when I saw it. A faint grin beginning to carve out her face again. Sheepish and hidden. Wait. Did you... I wouldn't have been able to see you. Oh, man, her yandere levels are already off the charts and the game just started. This game has no chill. No chill whatsoever. I love it. I love it. This is great. Okay. Whoa, okay, that went too fast. That went too fast. What? Okay, is there like a log button? No, there's no log button. Wait, but there's a back button. Okay, I wouldn't have been able to see you. Okay, then we get to see if you knew there was no school. Okay, so that's what she... Did her eyes go cross-eyed there? I didn't really get too good of a look of it. Look like they went cross-eyed. It was like, ah, yeah, it's so crazy I went cross-eyed. That twisted grin continued to stretch her face, further and further, eating away at her pale skin. The wind howled, and crystalline needles bit at my exposed skin. Suddenly, she laughed, grabbing onto my waist. "You better stay close, otherwise you'll catch a cold." My mind was in full retreat. My mind was in full retreat mode now as I began backing up. I tried to wiggle free of her grasp, saying, "Yeah, just remain calm. Let's just play it chill." We'll just play it chill because, you know, it's snowing and we can't actually get hot. So, we'll stick with that. Let's see. Alright. She snuggled in closer and closed her eyes as I tried to steady my breathing. Because, by the way, if you try to get, like, distance from a yandere, knowing my experience with anime and manga, you will die. So, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna die. We're gonna live. And we don't, and more so than that, we don't want her to murder our family, so it's best just to go along with it until you move away to some faraway place like Alaska. Okay, so let's go. Or if you're in Japan, Hokkaido. Okay, she snuggled in closer and closed her eyes as I tried to steady my breathing. My hands were in the air, my body rigid and taut, as my heart convulsed with unease. I drew several shaky breaths and looked down at her. Her smile now appeared rather peaceful. Yeah, she still looks like the girl from It's Your Fault I'm Not Popular. Was this really all that bad? A lot of guys I knew would have done anything to be in this position. Really, a lot of guys would be like, well, actually there are a lot of guys that like yandere girls. For me personally, I do have a knife, so I guess it would be okay, I'd be safe. That sounds like a really bad statement, but I believe in self-defense. Okay, well, let's carry on. She just wanted to see me was all. Yeah, that's it, bro, that's it. She just wanted to see you. There's no way she's insane. Yeah, it was actually kinda sweet of her. Well, I guess it's sweet. I mean, I guess if you're all she... Yeah, I guess I could like that. Albeit a little drastic. A little, yes, a little. That's when I saw the dark crimson stains on her legs. Oh, great, she murdered someone! Brilliant! That's just fantastic. Is that... blood? Let's go to your house. Hey, that's actually a cute smile. Look, she went from being super crazy once we noticed her blood. She suddenly squealed, ignoring my horror. Don't you need your coats? I'll take them for you. Wait, you'll take them? You'll take my coats? Ignore the substance and agree. Push her back and demand an explanation. Carefully ask what the substance is. Okay, well, I feel that this will definitely end up in a death. This could quite possibly end up in a death. So let's just pretend everything's okay. Let's pretend everything's okay and carry on. I don't think John's armed because John is never armed. John is like always caught up in the worst situations possible. If you go to his channel, you understand who John is and why John's always in trouble. But let's go for ignore and continue. Let's pick the option that is insane in real life, but in these situations might just make sense. Actually, yeah, I would go along with it. I would go along with it until you have like something you can defend yourself with. Unless you're a martial artist, in which case you can just defend yourself already. You know, a boxer or something, taekwondo, whatever you do. I began walking hesitantly. I felt sick, torn between concern and fear. But surely she was just having an off day, or messing with me in a cruel, drawn-out joke. Yeah, I'm sure this is just a joke. I mean, you know, those faces and everything, that's completely... she's just a really good actor. A really good actor. There was an explanation here, somewhere. Being suspicious of her was getting me nowhere. She clung to me tightly as we walked. I tried desperately not to shiver and send her on another episode. We were nearly to my driveway when my phone, I'm just gonna say my, because I think my phone suddenly buzzed. It emanated a soft ding. Stealing a glance at the screen in my pocket, I could see that it was Max. No, she's gonna kill Max! If she knows that Max contacted us, she's gonna think that we're dating Max. She's gonna kill him, because she's yandere as fuck. He had finally texted me back. Okay, like I said before, if we look at the message, we're going to die. I just know it. She's gonna be like, why are you looking at your phone? But then again, what if we need to see the phone to know what's going on? But then again, if we know what's going on, will it actually help us? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. What to do? What to do? I kind of want to look, just to know what the message is. Okay guys, this is gonna get me killed, I'm not gonna look at the message. I slowly wiggled the phone from my pocket with my left hand as my right was still in Sarah's vice grip. I was still walking as I brought the phone up when I suddenly jerked back, almost losing my balance on the slick ice. I turned around to see what Sarah stopped cold. Her hand gripped... I knew it! I knew this was gonna get me killed! No! I let out a gasp of pain and tried to pull my hand free, but she wouldn't allow it. Who's that? The usual cheer was all but gone from her voice. I drew a breath. It's Max. You know, my friend. I drew a breath, still cringing in pain as I opened the message from him. He was telling me about... Yeah, of course. I'm at school. Where the hell are you? Oh, well. We're dead now. Let's see if we can convince her that we're still gonna go with her even though we know that school's going on. Okay. Okay. Wow. Alright. Okay. I stared at the screen as my chest tightened. Telling you what? Nothing! I'm sure my face showed my horror and confusion, but if she saw, she didn't let on. I could feel her chilling gaze stabbing at my numb skin. Telling you what, John? Well, let's just keep her calm. Just about how much you like snow. Let's see. Okay. Whew, she bought it. We gotta destroy the phone, though. We have to destroy the phone. Don't let her see the message. She'll kill us all. Break the phone. Do it. It's worth it. Conceal the evidence. Pull a Hillary Clinton. Destroy your emails. It must be done. Slowly her cute face reappeared and her grip lightened as she smiled at me. We began walking again. What do you think of him? There was still a hint of malice in her quiet voice. What? Max? Is he a good friend of yours? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I've known him for a while. Dude, we have to say not as close as you. You have to say that. You got to. Don't die, dude. Okay, her hands slowly balled into tight fists, nearly crushing my own hands as she muttered something under her breath. We should have never picked up the phone! That's when she turned into my driveway and started walking down, leading me. How did she know where to turn? How did she know this was my driveway? She stalks you! She's a yandere! Dude, are you... Come on, man. We all know the truth. Ignore it. Let's keep going. Let's not die, please. I feel like we're gonna die anyways. I feel like I've picked a wrong turn somewhere. But, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. We're gonna try, guys. I took a few long breaths and tried to calm myself. I'm cold. We should go inside. My lungs were shaky and weak, my breaths doing very little as I talked to myself. It must have been a misunderstanding. I'm not even sure if I believed that myself, but it was better than thinking of the alternatives. People didn't just snap like this. There was more going on here, and pushing Sarah away wasn't going to get me any closer to answers. And besides, I actually was going to freeze to death out here. Apologize for acting suspicious. Say nothing, just go inside. Was he acting suspicious? Let's apologize. I don't know. I kind of feel like just going inside may be better, but let's just be as nice as possible and see how that works out for us. I keep thinking strange thoughts, like paranoid or something. I don't even understand it, but you don't deserve to be treated that way. I know you've been having trouble fitting in at school. The last thing you need is me acting strange. I'm sorry. Listen, Sarah, thanks for being with me today. It would certainly be cold, with or without you. But at least this way, it's not boring. Let's see. I like hanging out with you. Okay. Sorry about that. So, thanks. And I'm sorry. My heart warmed as I saw her face shift ever so slightly. As if waking from a dream, her eyes glanced around, taking in her surroundings. For the first time, her sunken, lifeless features slowly ebbed away as, for the first time today, a believable smile flickered into view. One that didn't appear forced or fueled by delusions. No problem, John. Thank you. Backstory. Hey, Sarah. Yeah? Could you maybe tell me a little about yourself? Wow! Do I even English, bro? Okay. Could you maybe tell me a little about yourself? What? You don't have to, but I just want to maybe know you a little more about know you a little more about you. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. My English is, I can't read today, I guess. I want to get to know you a little better. We'll go with that. Okay. I guess. Okay, John. I don't like talking about it, but I can give you some drawings. Oh, these are not going to be pretty drawings. These are going to be bad. These are going to be people dying. These are going to be people covered in blood. I'm not very good. Promise me you won't look at them until later. I promise. This is the story of two people, both successful in work and in life. They settle down and plan to have a child. Unfortunately, however, fate had other plans. One day, the man returns home to find the police suspect a kidnapping. The man is now alone. His wife is never found. The culprit is never identified. For nearly a year. Then, suddenly, one day, a police officer brings news. His wife has been found, clinging to life, and the culprit responsible is the man's longtime co-worker and friend. The wife is alive, but not the same as she was before. Her mind is broken beyond repair. And she is not alone. A child has been born in the depths, a daughter with hideous blue eyes. It's okay, she says. I love my family. Nothing has changed, but they have changed. The daughter watches them change. The wife no longer understands. And man, sorry, this is going way too fast. The child, the family tears itself apart. Then one day, the man gets a tip from his co- don't. You guys can pause it and read it. This is going way too fast. The car with him. Okay, the man shoots his coworker 17 times in the chest. Jesus Christ, 17 times. But then again, he did steal his wife and did terrible things to her, so... I'm not gonna say he was wrong. Okay, the daughter is kept from school. The murder only further divides the family. Though blame begins to focus on her, the state eventually forces Christ. A function away from home, she cannot talk with other children because she doesn't know how. And the adults that try only scare her to tears. End of part 1. Okay, guys, I'm really sorry about that, but I'm not that much of a speed reader. I mean, that was really fast. I think I can probably change some of the settings. I might actually try to do that in a second. Here, let me see. Yeah, preferences. Okay, here, let's see. Text speed. That should do it, right? All right. I'm sorry about that, guys. That was really fast. Okay, Sarah. I'll just put these in my backpack for now. I'll look at them later. Thank you, John. Alright, guys. We survived part 1. We're already on a roll, guys. Way to go. I still think we shouldn't have checked the phone, though. I'm still thinking that might just lead to our deaths. Okay. But at least she doesn't think that we know about the school thing. But if she finds out, we need to get a knife from the house, just in case. Even though I would really like it if we get a happy end, but self-defense end is one ending, I guess. As we began walking down the driveway to my house, I looked at her and took a heavy breath, calming my nerves. I only hoped that her strange behavior had subsided for good. We trudged through the softly accumulating snow. I had been too lazy to shovel it with my parents having left for Hawaii a week ago. Ironically, as much as it pissed me off to imagine them on a beach while I was stuck here, I was insanely glad that neither of them would be home for a few days, so I wouldn't have to explain Sarah to them. Alright. We reached the door and fumbled for my key. I finally grasped it. Firmly grasp it! Sorry, needed that reference in there. Unlocked the door and jumped inside before too much warm air escaped into the bitter cold. Yeah, we don't want global warming, guys. Global warming, we don't need that. I immediately started up a fire, not really realizing how cold I had been until that moment. I looked over at Sarah taking off the jackets and folding them neatly before placing them down gingerly by the entrance. Oh yeah, girl, you take off those jackets. Yeah. Her movements were stained, her spindly limbs tired and weak. She appeared to have a normal mental state now. But as she finished up and her eyes glanced at me, I couldn't help but tense a little. Hey, Sarah. My heart had begun to pound, distrust and fear suddenly reclaiming me. What if... Did she know where my room was? That might be a way to check on whether or not I'm overreacting. Oh no, she definitely knows. She knows. If you... I think it's best for someone like you if you don't know what's going on, or maybe it's best that you do know what's going on. But either way, we gotta pretend like we... Okay, so this is... I don't think she'll react badly to this necessarily, but I'm wondering if he'll say something after she gets it, which might trigger something. That's my only problem. Because I know I'm nearly 100% certain she knows where his room is. And I don't mind doing that. The only problem is, like, you know what? Might as well be adventurous. We're going to go and ask her to grab the hoodie. Could you maybe go to my room and grab me a hoodie? Anything for John. She cried with a big smile, turning to go. She took several steps further into the house. Her pale form walked deliberately at first, but her pace gradually devolved into staggering motion, before she eventually came to a complete halt. Still facing away from me, her icy voice quietly seeped out. But I don't know where your room is. I felt a huge wave. She's acting. She knows where the room is. I at least think she does. But, you know, maybe this is for the best. Thank God. I felt bad for ever doubting her, for giving her such a dumb test. Sorry, it's right up the Suddenly, I stopped myself. No! No! I was fearing this would happen! No! John, you dumbass! Don't! I'll just get it myself. I need to stop being so lazy anyway. What was wrong with me? I apparently still felt like I couldn't trust her, but I just couldn't stop myself. I didn't believe her. I wanted to know if there was really no school. I wanted to know why she had been acting so strange. We should have never answered the phone! I'm sorry, guys! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! It was my mistake, I knew, but I did it anyways. The only thing holding me back was the fear of such a question bringing back the other smile. That deranged face. Alright then, I'll be right back then. I quickly ran up the stairs to my room. I grabbed my doorknob only to recoil in shock. It was freezing. I could feel a draft of Did she go into my room through my window? Wow! Okay. I gingerly grabbed the handle with my fingertips and slowly opened it, letting loose a blast of frigid air. It felt like a window had been left open. His room is pretty neat. Nice and orderly, except for this lamppost seems to be tilted slightly to the side. Now that I thought about it, I remembered my room being freezing that morning as well. And really, quite drafty for the past week. Oh dear! Was she going into my room every night? Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. What? Should we do it? Should we check the windows? We've already done every single other thing we shouldn't have done when it comes to checking things. Why not go ahead and check the damn window? Our situation's not gonna get any worse. Nothing. All the windows were closed tight. I would probably just have to sleep downstairs by the fire until I figured out the problem. I quickly grabbed my hoodie and closed the door to my room. I walked back downstairs. Sarah was gone. Hey, Sarah? Where the hell had she gone? Hello? A sudden clattering sound resounded from the kitchen. My heart spasmed at the sudden noise, my hand rushing to clutch at my chest. Check your room again. Huh. I feel like if we check the room, we're gonna find something that we really shouldn't find. I'm very sure there's something in the room, and that's why I'm not gonna check the room. See, under most circumstances, I would encourage checking things out. But we're an unarmed kid. Okay? We're not gonna check the room. And if we check the kitchen, I think it may just be an okay scene. Now, she's probably scrummaging through things when she shouldn't be, but I think we'll be okay. So I'm gonna check the kitchen. Answer number one! And behind curtain number one is... I cautiously walked towards the kitchen, my heart pounding despite my attempts to control it. There was no one inside. My eyes narrowed. Was that a pan on the floor? That must have been what caused the sound. Call for Sarah. Hey, Sarah? Sarah, hello? Where are you? No response. I go back to the living room. I hesitantly peered back into the living room, walking slowly. Where the hell was she? And that's when I suddenly heard someone descending the stairs. I whirled around to see Sarah bounding down them, slinging her backpack over her shoulder. It seemed to be empty now. What did you put in my room? You put listening devices in there! Okay, yeah, if I would have gone back to my room now, that would have totally messed things up. What the hell? Where had she even come from? What had she done? Okay. Well, let's give her some hot chocolate. Hey, Sarah, welcome back. Hey, John. She smiled cutely. And she blushed. If you guys are wondering why I'm saying that, that's from another video. He did this like parody video thing, so I like just took that and put it in here. So if you're staying for a bit, how about some hot chocolate or something else? It's whatever. Sure. So long as it's okay with you. Christ, that giggle is still like I am. It's so bad. It's cringe. It's cringe. I know. I'm sorry. Do you like hot chocolate, John? Sure. Way more than coffee. Then I like it too. Yeah, coffee tastes like. I don't like coffee. I'll make some for you. Oh, all right. Thanks. Yeah, I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue with the Yandere in this situation. Like I said, until we're equipped to handle the situation, we should just behave naturally. Act naturally. All right. Haha. Thanks, Sarah. Sure. Anything for you, John. Yeah. Or yay. Yeah, that's right. Yay. We walked to the kitchen, Sarah taking the lead. Before long, she had made some hot chocolate, using water and my little packet of mix, nothing fancy. So she knew where the mix was! It proves everything! It proves everything. She held her own cup down at her side, eyes trained on me. How is it, John? Anything from you, my darling, tastes lovely. My chest tightened. What was this feeling? What, did she drug my... She drugged my hot chocolate? Oh, I should have... Why did I think of that? Oh, it's, Pretend to drink. Pretend to drink. It's drugged. Oh, man. Alright, guys. Should we drink it and get drugged? Let's get drugged and see what happens. Christ. I slowly lifted the cup, taking a small sip. It tastes great. Very, hot chocolatey. Her eyes again cleared slightly. A sort of calming sanity washing over her. Backstory. Hey, Sarah. Yeah, John? Listen, I may have looked at those pictures you gave me. No, listen, it's okay. I had no idea. I'm so sorry, Sarah. Listen, if it means anything, I promise, I'll never let something like that happen to you again. No one deserves any of that. I really appreciate you showing me all of that. But there's more, isn't there? Christ, dude. Did you just... I mean, the words you did, good word choice, but, I'm not sure it was right to tell her that you looked at the pictures, but... Okay, alright, well... Alright, buddy. I can understand your curiosity under your circumstances. It's okay. This time, you really can't look until later, okay? Alright. You're lying, John! You're gonna make us look right now, aren't you? I knew it! Unable to communicate in school, the daughters began to accept home is where she belonged. That was what she was treated. This continues until the daughter enters high school. And something horrific happens. One day after school, a child runs. With the father too intoxicated to break in time, the child is killed on impact. Having become second nature to the family, the daughter is blamed. And hiding the body becomes her burden. Christ? The daughter does not fuss. She knows it is her fault. but her parents become convinced she will turn on them, get them arrested for things which have always. Time passes until the daughter begins to fall ill. The horrible thought begins to plague. Perhaps this is not her fault. She shakes the thought away, but with every thought of the innocent, it returns hungering more. The thought takes over her mind. She is unable to break free. And soon it will not be denied. The daughter bends to its will. It is only after this that the daughter sees the corpse's eyes still judge her ghastly mouth unhinged. And so she moves the faces. She removes the faces. Now she can imagine whatever expression she wants. They could smile if she wanted them to be. And so they smiled at her, and she smiled back. Okay! Well then, the family had finally found peace. Alrighty! Okay! Haha, yeah! Woo! Alrighty. That's not okay. That is not okay, but alright, let's go along. Alright, I won't look until later. Thank you so much for being so open. No. Thank you. She dashed out of my house before I could respond. Her form disappeared into the frozen wasteland, slamming the door behind her. I sat stunned for a good minute. Where the hell did that come from? She hadn't even taken a coat with her. Imagining her in just a t-shirt in that brutal cold made me want to run after her, but I knew she was long gone by that point. It was now well past 12. The school would have called by now about my absence if it had been a school day. No, she unplugged your phone. You asked me how I know that. I mean, it's a hypothesis, but come on, guys, that has to be the case. I let myself relax a little more. Oh wait, well, yeah, they don't call your well, I don't know. Nowadays, do they call cell phones? I don't know. I know back in my day, they would call your house phone. Huh. I didn't even have a cell phone in high school. I got one after I entered college, so. But didn't know that's just life for you. It's so weird. Why am I ranting about cell phones? Anyhow, but it wasn't quite enough. This entire day was just a bit too much to handle. Maybe I was just worrying too much. Send Max another text. Ask about the school day. Watch TV. Do chemistry homework. Okay. Both of these, we're going to find things out that perhaps we're better off not knowing. I bet someone is dead. I bet school actually happened. Let's do chemistry homework and not know things that we probably shouldn't know. Alright, lads. Oh, look at that pencil. It's a nice pencil. I sat at my living room desk for a few hours, racking my brain over the questions. Questions that probably would have been simple if I had actually paid attention. The truth was, ever since Sarah had moved in, I hadn't really felt like myself. Her constant presence made focusing difficult during school, and I almost felt like I needed to keep watch over her. She had been acting strange all of today, but Sarah I knew, what I could only assume was the real Sarah, was just a girl who had trouble talking with other people. A girl who always had a bewildered look about her, as if the world was shifting under her feet. Well, it is. Don't you know? I mean, you're studying chemistry. I guess it's not the right kind of science, but you should have studied science that lets you know the earth is kind of moving under your feet. Sorry, guys. I had to be literal there. Okay, a girl who hadn't even been able to look me in the eyes for several days after we met. She never talked about herself. She didn't seem to want to. She would always listen, though. And when she did, her eyes always seemed less piercing, less haunted. And I was certain she could sit silently for hours while I spoke. I always knew something was off about her. About the way she listened so devotedly. God, what do I know? Maybe I'm just overanalyzing things, as per usual. I'm not making any progress on this stupid worksheet. Maybe later. Ooh. Okay. Maybe we wouldn't be watching the news and we wouldn't. I just really feel that if we figure something out, it's not going to be good. You know? Yeah, let's just watch TV. Oh, that is so cool. Okay. If you guys don't know, Design is one of his original series, and it's really good. There's 3 seasons of it so far, and you guys should check it out. Alright, I sat on the couch, mindlessly flicking through channels. There was nothing good on. My phone suddenly buzzed. Oh, by the way, it's kind of similar to Elf and Lied in some aspects, so if you know about that show, you'll kind of know about this a bit. But it's different, too. It's very original, too. So, alright, so, what? Who could have been texting me? I hadn't texted Max. Pulling out my phone, I realized that it had just run out of batteries. Ugh. This had gone far enough. Even if there was school today, Max would have been home by now. For him to keep this joke up so long... Use your landline to call his house directly. Check to see if your landline has any messages. Sure, let's check the messages. Yeah, because it's not plugged in. Ugh. I punched in his numbers and brought the phone to my ear. Dial tone. Yeah, because you don't have a connection. You don't have a connection. You don't have a okay, it might be plugged in. What I meant to say is it's not connected. Dial tone. I tried again. Dial tone. Frustrated, I looked at the monitor. No service, it read. I told you! You definitely had school today, bro. What? It was a landline. How is that even possible? You have a girl crawling around your house. Actually, that would make a lot of sense. Think about it. It's been the last week. His parents haven't been home this week. Sarah, obviously, there's a draft in his room. And Sarah made a noise in the kitchen, but then appeared in his room. So, she might have ran out of his house, but she's actually staying at his house. I meant, what if? What if? How is that even possible? Must have something to do with the storm. Ugh! I don't know if we're lucky this guy's not analyzing it properly. Or maybe he's not analyzing it properly because I didn't make him analyze things properly. Because I made him kind of out to be dumb. But I did it to keep him safe, mind you. Ugh. I suddenly... Man, I have a bad cough too. I suddenly realized that I should have been checking the news. They would hopefully have information about the possibility of school tomorrow. Ow. In my throat. At the rate the snow was going, it wasn't likely. Check the news. I flipped to the channel. Ah! Jesus Christ. CNN, you assholes. Don't fill your stream with static. And is that a Pokemon? Is that a Pokemon field in the background behind the static? I'm pretty sure that's Pokemon. My heart practically stopped. I only heard the tail end. Not releasing images or further details regarding the bus incident. Oh. Oh dear. Then the camera switched, and they began talking about highway conditions. I felt an absolutely horrible sickness gripping me. It couldn't be, could it? Surely that little dialogue I had heard couldn't have been about. That would be ridiculous. I wasn't even sure what I heard. I was definitely overreacting. After all, someone would have called me. Worried about the massacre. Massacre? So she killed them? Oh. Okay, this is definitely because the phone was unplugged. I mean, the connection wasn't there. And they would have called him, you know. Max was just playing a joke. Sorry, I just wanted to do that. Alright, so Max was just playing a joke. Then why didn't he ever text back? Yeah, but there's no connection, so... School didn't report me absent that because my own phone was getting... Yeah, I know. I said these things already. Okay, so... Alright. So the end solution was that he would figure it out after all. Okay. Not if the police aren't releasing details about where and when it took place. Nothing I said to myself made me feel any better. I tried in vain to calm myself down, but quickly realized that I had to know for sure. The house shook with gusts of wind, tremors being sent. I'm guessing it's sent, not send. Sent down every dark hallway. I stood up from my couch slowly, glancing at the snow beginning to plaster to the windows. Although gray and dull, the flakes seemed to glow against the oppressive darkness. As nighttime fell, I secured every layer I could find, grabbing my flashlight and taking several deep breaths. The frigid night air seemed to ripple with heat distortion as the door swung open. Wait, heat distortions? Heat distortions! No! No! The left hands! It's the left hands! How'd they get here? Sorry, you guys won't know what the left hands are, you know, if you haven't seen design yet, but I locked the door behind me and fumbled the keys into my pocket with shaking hands. I began walking the route the bus would have taken, my pace slow. The sickness growing worse, every crunch of snow under my feet. The dim light from my house was becoming more and more distant. Indeed. Disappearing altogether as I turned a corner. It was now just me and the flurry of snow. The skeletal trees surrounding me groaned against the wind, and their twisted black shapes were silhouetted against the deep blue hue of the night. I hadn't seen another house for some time now. The families in my neighborhood were exceedingly spread apart, and the empty stretches of road seemed to snake on forever at points. More often than not, The snowplows didn't even find the time to drive as deep into the community as I was going. I slowly came to a stop, hesitation shaking my heart. Are we going to Sarah's house? Oh, man, we've been really inquisitive this entire playthrough. We haven't been, all the way out, but I kind of want this to be my playthrough where I go ahead and do these things, and then I'll do another, if this one turns out to be the bad ending, I'll do another playthrough where I am a lot more conservative with what I do. Alright, so we're gonna keep going, guys. Alright, here we go. I couldn't stop here. I had come this far. It was snowing quite heavily, but I was still certain I would be able to faintly see the tracks of the bus it had driven anywhere. If it had driven anywhere. Despite this, I hadn't seen its tracks in over a mile. Ordinary cars rarely ever drove up the way I was walking, and yet I noticed that the roadway was layered with the tracks of smaller vehicles. They looked fresh. That's when I saw something up ahead, barely visible in the haze. Lights, flashing red and blue just around the next bend. Whatever sanity I had left was quickly draining. Oh! Well, I said this is gonna be one where I keep investigating, so we're gonna be dumbasses and keep going. Charge straight forward. Alright. I approached the lights and peeked around the corner. There, surrounded by ambulances and police cars, a mangled mess of metal and shattered glass, sat the bus I had been taking for nearly 4 years. The windows were caked with blood, which was still a dark crimson red, perfectly preserved in the cold. The once hot, steaming liquid had frozen solid on the splintered glass and Cycling? Maybe it's supposed to be circling, but he forgot the R, I'm not sure. Encircling small bullet-sized holes. Yeah, it's encircling, I'm pretty sure. Okay. The ambulances were stuffed with body bags, as the surrounding street was scattered with a few severed limbs. Okay, I thought she might just be, a regular Yandere. I think I might have underestimated her level here a bit. This is a little over my expertise. Okay? Alright. Okay, Higurashi be damned. I swore I could see steam softly rising from the dead white appendages, as they were ever so slowly covered in drifting snow. There were several police officers conversing amongst themselves. Surely I couldn't be caught here. I looked downright suspicious. Was it worth listening closer? Okay, I said I was going to go all in, guys, but I am done. I am done. I am done. I'm turning back. I am done. I am done. This is a no-go. No, sir. No. We're getting out of here. I staggered back, blind terror forcing me into retreat. I began sprinting back to my house, trying to keep my stomach down as my heart lurched rapidly. I reached my front door and frantically fumbled. Whoa. Okay. Sorry, I think I backtracked by doing the scrolling thing. I reached my front door and frantically fumbled for the key, with my numb fingers looking behind me into the inky darkness. I finally got the key in the lock and turned it, but suddenly a knock on glass, coming from above me. I looked up slowly, heart pounding. There in the windows above me, the window to my room. I couldn't see much of anything. The light was off. It was a problem, because I knew I had left it on. Hey, Sarah! How are you? Fuck! Was that Sarah? The position made me stumble back, fear negating my ability to breathe for a second. Maybe we should have gone there and reported to the police and all that, but, hey. I thought we might be able to do something with Sarah, but I'm thinking we went too far in. I think we might have already done too much. I think she already is, pretty upset with us. She might suspect that we know something, and that's not good. Her face has been pressed up against the glass, but it was so wrong, horrific. That horrible, gut-wrenching smile on her face. How the hell did she even get in? I swallowed hard. Sirens droned behind me in the distance. It was time to make a choice. I could run back to the police, save myself, put this entire thing behind me, never learn anything about what happened here on this cold day, or I could go inside. Alright, lads, we're doing it. For love and romance, we are going inside. Alright, we're dead. We're dead. Let's do it. I took a deep breath. Sarah? Hello? What are you doing in here? My voice trailed off. A wind gust shrieked outside, dim moonlight dancing through the empty rooms of the house. If Sarah was still inside, she wasn't saying anything. Wait, what the hell's that noise? It sounded as if something was falling down the stairs. Something heavy. I could only see the base of the stairs, so unless it fell all the way down... Oh. Is that Max? Oh, hi. Wait. Did you do something with your... Was your hair always like that? Did you do something with your hair? Well, didn't give me time to prepare. This one like the others. Which is a shame. After all, you said he was your friend. The ghoulish head dripped softly in the darkness. It was so pale and mangled that I didn't immediately recognize it as Max. A horrific expression was forever imprinted on his face, and his eyes stared straight ahead, wide and unblinking. There. What are you doing on the ground for? Are you sick? Catch a cold? Sarah will make it all better. Isn't that right, John? Right, John? Need to make you better. Make you better. Oh! Wow! I like the diversity of choices! Let's go with the middle one. Giggle. Watch your feet on the steps. Don't let go of my hand. Shh. It's okay. Oh. Oh dear. So kawaii. So blushes. Blushes. It's cold in here, you know? Maybe it's if you just held me. Well, my friends. Shh. John's friends are all here. Miss Bus Driver Lady is over there in the corner. You don't need anyone but me. Others will try to change you, corrupt you, but I didn't want you getting lonely either. Not like me. So I kept your friends here. Most of Jenna in your closet. I knew it! She killed her! Alright, I don't think I said I knew that earlier. But, it was pretty obvious. She disappeared a week and then she came into my life. Come on. Come on, lads. I cut a hole in your roof above the closet so she could stay there longer. Room temperature is no good for friends. It must be cold, like outside. I've let her be with you all week. There is only me to love now. Don't you understand how I am protecting you? I love you, John. Much more than your parents. Wait, did you kill my parents? Oh. Oh, God. No. No. Oh, dear God. Under your bed. Jesus Christ. How? How did a little girl was able to kill all these people? Like, wouldn't at least they resist? Wow. Okay. Don't you understand? Final backstory. I think I do. Yes, that's right. Get shocked by our understanding of your situation. What? I understand. The daughter was happy with her family, but when her absence from school, she was forced to return. It was then that she found another child waiting in the snow. The child asked for her name, but she cannot speak. The child will not bend to her imagination. His face, the questions he asks, are not dictated. It is long since she had seen another. The child doesn't care, however. He does not. The daughter has no backpack, so the child gave her one. The daughter does not know what to do, so the child shows her. The daughter cannot speak to others, so the child talks for her. That's when the daughter makes a mistake. She begins to believe the child accepts that, lets herself, and that's when the child begins to change. Just like the daughter's parents, if he will hate her. Beginning with others will corrupt him. The daughter will protect him. The daughter loves him. And if he does not love her back, she will pretend he does. Oh, wow, lovely. Yeah, hey. That's creepy. End of part 3. We survived part 3! I think we were meant to survive all 3 of these parts, but we'll pat ourselves on the back for doing absolutely nothing anyways. How did you... I don't... You do understand? I love you. But after everything I've done, what do you think of me? I will accept it, whatever you say, no matter what. I won't leave you. Oh, we will win, Sarah. You are broken. You are a murderer, and those lives you took can never be replaced. You need to first understand this. Your delusions have cost me everything. But I don't think you're beyond repair. Wait, I need to look at the static for a second. Oh, I think the replay's a bit off. Okay, no, never mind. It wasn't what I thought. Okay, I thought it made her face monsters, but I don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. And for anyone to not try to help you past this. Sarah, I'll never look at you the same again. But I'm not going to leave you alone in this. What you've done is wrong. The way you think makes me fear for your life, as well as the lives of others. Which is why I can't let you out of my sight ever again. Blushes! From now on, we're in this together. I won't let you hurt another person, and I won't let anyone ever hurt you. What do you think? What do I think of you? I suppose I'll come to find out. I don't think you know what love is. I think your delusions have warped the term. For me to say I love you back, it would be wrong. But I will say this. I certainly hope we can come to love each other. You're beautiful. But while your heart may be tainted by a past you couldn't control, I stand by my earlier statement. You are not beyond help, not beyond repair. You are not lost. I will not lose you. No matter what. I would like that. Very much. A cold love story. Animation and coding, Liam Vickers. Story, Liam Vickers. Backstory, Music. Oh, okay. Yuji, my bro. Flashback music. End of production. And then the credits roll. Wow. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do each of the Thanks, Mom, Dad. I'm not fucked up. The end. So wait, was that a good ending? Yeah. Okay, that's the good ending. Woo! We got waifu. Okay. Thanks for beta testing. Okay. Wow. All right. I really actually enjoyed that. I really did. Okay. So I think I was right about some of the things, but I'm not sure if you would actually, like, I think if you were to confront her on things, I think you might have died early. But I think so long as you, like, I mean, we'll figure it out. I'm definitely going to play this again. I'm going to do even though I got the good ending, I'm going to try I'm going to try to get the other, like, endings, too. And I'll also, I might also try to see what happens if you end it, or I might do, like, a playthrough where I get all the end early ones. Like, see how that works. Like, see which ones trip you up. So that is it for this time. As always, guys, I love you, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.